Now that we've got our images that we want to try, we need to open up Photoshop and have the right size set up. We're looking for web large here, 1920 by 1080. So let's go ahead and title this. Always give it a name, 221010. It's going to be Spot the Difference. I'm going to do the cars. I'm going to go ahead and leave the background as white and RGB color because we're going to be making a video with this. Now I'm going to place that image on this artboard. It is worth noting that having guides as to where the middle of that screen is would be very helpful. If you think about it, 1920 is the width, so 1920 divided by 2. Best not to guess with something like this, 1920 divided by 2. So the middle of the screen is going to be right at 960. So I can bring out, if you don't have your rulers here, we can go to view and get those. But if I go to 960 right there, I just have a guide. I turn on that ruler right there to create that guide. So this is going to be where we want to put the middle of our game. So I'm going to now place my image here, File, and Place, and we don't want it to be linked. We want to embed the original image information into the Photoshop file. So let's go to our documents. Nope. Let's go to OneDrive. Nope. Got a school one here. Spot the Difference, and let's try this one with the cars. And then when we get ready to place it, we're going to bring it over to one side, and you can see that we need to make it a little bit wider in order for the middle to be covered. So I do like to not quite go all the way because a nice color bar down the middle is going to be very, very helpful. So now we just have to decide whether we want to have that grass at the bottom or do we want those trucks and stuff at the top. So you can figure out exactly where. I think a little green at the top and bottom is going to end up looking the nicest. And we check the little box to say yes. So you can see we have our background image here, and we actually want to duplicate that. So if I move this over to the other side, see if it'll let me alt click. No, let me Control Z, Control C, Control V. Now I have two of them. I'm going to put that right over there on the right hand side. That should be lined up pretty well. I've got that space in the middle. We could draw a rectangle to go right down the middle there. An even easier way is to just create a blank layer and fill it using our fill bucket tool. And we want a color that is not present in the image. So I'm going to go down and look for my colors here. Let's get our double toolbar there. And I'll use something like a bright yellow this time. And just fill it, but not that one. Let's bring this layer underneath and Control V. I'm having trouble. Alright, let's try this again. Not sure why it's... Okay, so if I hide those and fill, then bring that layer back to the bottom. There we go. Found a way to do it. So this is our basic background picture, but right now it's actually set as 3 different layers. So at this point, I'm going to File and save it as a Photoshop file, and I'm just going to be going with step 1, step 2 in case I need to go back a step, because I'm about to do something that cannot be undone. Layer, and then I'm going to flatten these layers by merging visible or flatten image. And then I've got just a single layer, which cannot be hidden or unhidden apparently. There we go. So now we're ready to make our changes to the image.